let us go ahead and jump in this week, starting here in the state of Indiana with a quick trip around the headlines in a segment I like to call Around the Corn. So let me begin up here in Michigan City, where Randy Novak, former chief of the city's fire department and president of the LaPorte County Council, was sworn in on Wednesday as the state representative for Indiana House District 9, filling the seat previously held by retiring Representative Pat Boyd. Also this week, the state submitted a request to the U.S. Department of Education for a waiver to combine multiple federal K-12 funding streams into a single block grant. Down in Terre, Haute, this Indiana-Illinois Boundary Adjustment Commission convened for the first time to entertain proposals for the state of Indiana absorbing Illinois counties that have voted to secede from their state. Meanwhile, in Indianapolis, and maybe Jesse can speak to this, 23 of the 25 city county councilors sent a letter to the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission criticizing a proposed settlement with AES Indiana. That's the local public utility. The deal could raise residential electric bills by between $10 and $21 a month. The council called it far too generous to the company. Additionally, this week in redistricting news, this saga continues. The Indiana Black Legislative Caucus on Monday publicly condemned a push by state Republicans to undertake mid-decade redistricting. Former Republican Governor Mitch Daniels urged the Hoosier GOP not to cave to Trump in an op-ed in the Washington Post. State Senate Republicans do not have the votes as of Thursday this week, as reported by multiple Indianapolis news outlets. Yet, a new report last night from the Indianapolis Business Journal indicates that Governor Mike Braun could call a special session of the state legislature to redraw our congressional maps as soon as Monday. And finally, in the quick headlines this week, a couple favorites of the show were in the Hoosier State last night, where the largest crowd to gather for a sit-down banquet in the Terre Haute Convention Center history crowded into their ballroom to hear U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont speak about labor visionary Hoosier hero Eugene V. Debs. Sanders was honored with the Debs Foundation Award for his lifelong contribution to the struggle for social justice, and the senator was introduced by a surprise guest, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who observed, quote, Bernie carried the light of Debs and class struggle to Vermont and the rest of the country. In his 45-minute remarks, Sanders quoted Debs frequently and noted how relevant and right and perceptive his words are more than a century after he spoke them, adding, quote, he not only educated people on the nature of American capitalism, but presented an alternative vision to greed and exploitation, and concluded with, our job is to take his message forward. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Let's jump in there. Both of you guys were in Terre Haute last night to see the senator. Impressions, Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, Bernie Sanders has long been a huge political hero of mine. Eugene Victor Debs has long been a personal political hero of mine. This is, I think, the fourth or fifth time I've gone to the Debs dinner. But yeah, as you mentioned, this was by far the biggest crowd ever. I knew dozens of people who wanted a seat who couldn't get one because it was sold out. So energy was electric. Call me a softie, but I was brought to tears multiple times through, besides the two people you mentioned, also Sarah Nelson, who's a super badass leader of the AFA, the Flight Attendants Union, led us in singing Solidarity Forever. So I don't know. Just hold my hands
I'm over here drinking the evil Starbucks cup while we're talking about like union organizing. Just do not. I'm going to go hide my head in shame after this show.
They're not on strike yet. You can go sign the no contract, no coffee pledge today. Yeah. Please do. But
they're right across the parking lot. I'm sorry. My mea culpa's all around. Zach, how about you? Impressions of last night?
My first Eugene Debs dinner, we had the Indiana Roll Summit table where we had leaders from our cohort from different parts of the northern and southern region. And yeah, Jesse said it was electric. We also knew many people who wanted to be there who could not, especially of how quickly it sold out. I think within the first 72 hours. And we certainly felt the burn. On a personal note, with getting younger people out, AOC really is the passing of the torch to that next generation in that same democratic socialist brand. She has inspired millions of young people to really speak out. She has increased dialogue between younger people of different political ideologies and encouraged them to learn more, speak out, speak up, get engaged. And on their tour across the oligarchy tour across the country, and on this stop, both Bernie and AOC really encapsulated the vision of what Eugene Debs, as Bernie put it, a century ago. Now we are walking that path together.